Were we live? Here we are. Cool. Alright, well, welcome in the final race of Tier 2 here in H1. 19 on track right now. Should have one more joiner to make it a full 20. And still got plenty left to decide. Well, by everything. By some things to be left to be crowned. I mean, everything. Both the drivers and the constructors. Still on the line after Qatar. Alpine 10 points up on Red Bull in the constructors. Coming into this, all drivers from both teams as well, active and racing today, and then driver as well. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 5 people mathematically still in their chance of winning it, but no curveball today. So down to the 4 with Chesney and Kookaburra with an outside chance, but they're 25 points off Poole on top. So realistically, it's between Poole and Kizzer, isn't it? With Poole realistically in the chance.
It's all everyone's just waiting for Poole to have a bit of a disaster.
Yeah.
Hope they're in the right place to pick it up. So.
Yeah, so Poole, in terms of the gap to Kizzer, because that's the closest car that's actually racing today, yeah, it's 21 points. So yeah, Poole needs to have a disaster class and retire from the race for Kizzer to stand any chance then. So Kizzer just needs to do his own thing, try and win the race and see what he can do. As Jono invalidates his first run that we're on board with. Solid banker from Kizzer.
Like Shaq's back.
Yeah, before we fully flick into gear. But 22.1, a very good first lap from Kizzer as a banker.
It seems like the Alfa Romeo teammate, so Flatbread, who's obviously only reserving, is doing a solid for Corn and giving him a massive toe down the main DRS road.
Oh yeah, just seen that, yeah. We go to Poole and see what his sector time looks like as he goes from 2 into 3. As K1's retired as well, follow his quali ban, so good to see that he's adhering to the rules. Purple in sector 2 for Poole as well, so follow this 3 in sector 3 and see where this puts him. With Kizzer on the 0.3, Spinax on a 0.5, shock result. 2/10 gaps between the front 3 so far. More time filtering through, but they're just bankers more so from Banana, well not Banana, Nick McLeese and Camper, who are slightly off the pace so far. Oh, what can Poole set then? This is his first time of the day. 22.2 provisional pole, yeah. Yeah, these are times that you look at. I mean, yeah, you'd expect it to be somewhat comparable to Tier 1 considering Poole's, in the driving seat to win the championship. But, you could literally do that in F1 and be in a decent position, really. Clipsy saying hello. Oh, Constella said, was that pole last season? That's a good question. Should I get that up? Let me go see what the pole time was last season. So we quickly flick to someone while I have a quick look. At least Troy's invalidated on his run. We've got Has coming to the line as well. So watch Ali as he comes across the line as I quickly check what the pole time was last season in Tier 2. Tier 2 pole was a 22.2 from Kurabod last season, so slightly short. It was a 2:03. But as a banker, that's almost matched it. So yeah, very good lap first in from Poole and Kizzer. I mean, Kizzer's only just short of that time as well. Is Ali going on? He's got 75% ERS, so I think Ali's going again here. 7 up on his delta through sector 1 as well. So looking good so far.
Yeah, Ali must have been off it for time.
Have a look, see if there's any battles further down in the constructors. We've got Aston Martin and McLaren relatively close, 11 points separating them. Has 14 points off the back of McLaren as well, with Williams 14 back again. Mercedes in the absolute month on 12 points, unfortunately. And again, no drivers. I mean, Cyril left after last week's incident, we'll say that. And then Naftar is sitting out again, so reserves in the cart for them in the form of Lucas Champion, he's got 2 wins on the bounce. 1 yesterday here in Tier 3, so good experience for him to see how he fares in amongst Tier 2 drivers as Ali invalidates as well coming through the hotel section. But I'm interested to see what Lucas Champion does. Immediately goes 6th as well with his time, so someone to watch as we go maybe into next season. I don't know if he's racing next season. I think he's initially said no, but hopefully we'll be able to see him. Do you think Alpine are going to finish on top? Do you think the 10 points gap so far to Red Bull? Do you think they're going to do it?
Yeah, because I mean, you got to think as well. Obviously, Kookaburra is serving a quaddy band today.
Yeah.
So, starting at the back, and so you'd imagine so. Of course, the other thing to note as well, if Paul takes pole in this session, that mathematically immediately knocks Kookaburra out of the challenge.
And Chesney as well, because they're both 25 points, aren't they?
Chesney's fine because he can win on countback.
Oh, okay.
But Kookaburra can't win on countback, so therefore will fall 26 points behind and only match him.
That's pain. I mean, at the moment that is the case as well. So he's hoping someone slaps about Paul later on in this session. 10 minutes still to go, so plenty of time for more stuff to happen as well. I look in the top 10 of the drivers and see if there's any position changes. Banana, Wolverine, Killer John are all very close around 7th, 8th and 9th. I mean, everyone's very close. Kizza, Chesney, Kookaburra are very close in that fight for P3. Then you've got a 16-point drop down to Troy, and then again it's 6 points down to Banana. So you've got that split from P5 to P6, but 2 battles within that top 10. Like, you know, you could have some changes on the final day of the season for, you know, for bragging rights as we go into season 7. Chesney's 2/10 up on his time as well, which would, I mean, if he carries that time through, it moves him into 3rd as well above Alfie. So we'll watch Chesney through and see what he can do in Sector 3. If he can keep this nice and tidy and maintain that time, should be on for a good, nice time to start things off. Oh, just as I say that, and he's gone wide, kept it valid somehow. The game's nice then.
I was trying to sort someone out.
Oh, then it comes in. And then that mistake then ruined Chesney's time. No improvement for him. Stays P5, unfortunately. I see Shaq's having some issues, isn't he?
Yeah, he can't take control of the car. So.
Control. I mean, if he doesn't take a car, will it put him in for the session? I'm not sure. I guess it will, because he's the only non-spectator that's racing. So if he's joined mid-session, it should chuck him into a car. I mean, we can just hope for that sense. Spinax goes pole for the moment, yeah, 22 flat, so very good time, 2/10 gap, then down to Paul. Driver who's always threatened with a bit of pace. He's obviously got 1 pole as well so far. In Hungary, I think he got his first pole. So he's done it before. You can see if he does it again. John is down in his time.
Just starting his next lap as well, so it'll be interesting to see if he can improve. Well, I don't think he's going to get a toe off the team at this one, but just purely in.
Yeah, Sector 1 should be somewhat relative. Yeah, up on his Sector 1. Yeah. And we'll see that, if he did get a big toe, then we'll see what his Sector 2's looking like. It may have slightly affected his chicane and made him carry too much speeding, so we might actually benefit from motor down here. So we'll have to see what he can do. Does he keep it nice and clean? Yeah, it does not too bad through the first one, and second, nice and tidy. As we see him coming down to the line of Sector 2. Plus or minus on the delta, what's it going to be? Oh yes, look how much time that is. Yeah. I'll invite AJ.
It all comes down to then if he's made a error into Sector 3 and whether or not he has time left to find.
AJ, wow. We're very close to the line.
Keep it in limits, yeah. Oh, and a bit of a moment on the exit. Can't imagine he would have found time here now to take back a provisional form. Yeah, he fails up into the pit.
Into the box he goes, yeah. Alfie's on the lap as well, margin it up through Sector 1. Flatbread's on the time just behind him as well. Who have we got coming towards the end of the time? We've got a McLaren in Sector. Just I was going to go to him, I think there's one in the wall. Banana sideways underneath the little bridge. As well to get out of the way of the Mercedes that comes flying through as well. That is Nickman please as well, so we just see his line as he comes across. Yeah, no pit for him, stays out, finishes this time nice and tidy, a bit slow through the final corner perhaps, but moves him up above camper. What else have we got behind?
It's interesting as well, Lucas Champion Tier 3 driver as well in stage already got it up to 8.
Yeah.
I think he's had another half a second yesterday in terms of his full time finished up that, so you can generally get up there into the top 3-4.
That's what I mean. So yeah,
it's similar.
I was saying earlier, I'm not sure if he's planning on racing next season, but if he puts a good show in, you'd hope that he sticks around and sees what he can do. Up in Tier 2, as AJR hops back in. Well, shocker to the line as well. Currently P9 catches a bit too much curve on the entry, sorry. As he goes and, I mean, I don't think he made any improvement there. Looked a bit, I don't know if that was glitching or not, but no improvement for Shocker as well, who stays P9. It's Kookaburras like that as well, unfortunately. Dropping it as well. As man did in the championship fight, yeah, he needs every hope he can get.
Oh, Banana had to correct. He went outside of the lines, but it's still going to keep his lap valid. Yeah, I knew it was just a massive. He's going to have a bit of a time loss through there.
Yeah, spun on this last lap through there as well. Very low on his ERS, but round Abu Dhabi, you don't need your full load of ERS. Yeah, but no point in finishing this time.
Enough anyway, nothing wrong. Just that mistake he bailed out.
Cut to Kiso, he's invalidated through to sector 3 then, because last time I cut to him he was marginal compared to his actual time that he set so far over 0.2. Oh,
Phase out on the lap at the moment is Manic as well.
Yeah, Phase out's getting ready to go again.
Manic, but obviously he's changed his name.
The GOAT NXM man, NXM Manic. Back in his precious Ferrari as well. HOU yet to set time, oh, way too much curve there from Manic. Loses the car, so time is already shot, probably. Blackbird's asked if people are allowed to cut the track. Yeah, as long as it's not getting in the way of other people and it's distracting, yeah, I don't think we really have a problem with people cutting the track. We just won't look at you when you're on screen.
Yeah, obviously just be careful on outlaps, because sometimes it can be stupid and give you this and next lap.
Yeah, Manic's yet to set a time as well, and this is a very scruffy time, so I'm not sure. I mean, he's decided to finish in the time, but I don't think it's going to be that strong. Yeah, it's high 23s. Keeps him where he was without the time.
Jumps up to
22.4 as well. Very condensed pack. I mean, it's just Finax has got a big gap up front, but behind him, very close. In that mid pack as well. Ali 485, Flatbread 501, Chesney 589. But I mean, both Alpine seems to be a trend this season that they're stuck together as well in terms of qualifying. They always seem to be next to each other. And John is down in 12th as well. So Red Bull, if they want any chance of beating Alpine for the constructors, they need their one driver that can actually take part in qualifying to put a good shift in.
He's on his outlap at the moment then, yeah. So
yeah.
He'll be the next one to start lap, no one else on the time at the moment.
Yeah, 3 minutes to go, so not much left on the clock.
He's going to go very early, he just needs to make sure no one's going to block him as they're all coming out of the pit lane to begin their final outlap.
Yeah, I wonder if he's gone early to try and to kind of bail out if he needs to do 2. It might not be a 5kg run. We'll watch John as he comes around, because it's big for the constructors and what he can do. 12th right now, Alpine 7th and 8th, so if he wants to just leapfrog those, he needs to find half a second, so big improvement needed for John. He comes through turns 2 and 3, nicely on that curve there, uses a bit on the exit. How is he compared to his Delta? He's up 880 as well, so we'll see what he looks like through sector 2. So far, well, any improvement is good improvement so far, but that's not moving him up so far, so is he going to try and steal any toe from the McLaren? No, chooses to keep to his line. Down to the chicane. Nice, catches that apex beautifully. Wants to avoid the wheel spin on the exit, chooses to take all of the curve as well.
It just about kept getting trapped by limits then.
Yeah, sometimes the curve eats away at your time, but I guess it's driver preference at that point. 2 tenths up. Yeah. So I guess he's hoping for a nice clean sector 3 compared to what he's done before, because it's still not enough if he wants to beat the Alpine boys. Into the twisting turns of sector 3. Going to keep it valid, yes he does, keeps it nice and narrow. Going to run wide on the exit, no, keeps it in the lines. Round the final corner, can he keep that gap? Has it improved? Let's see. Has he found even more through sector 3? He has, half a second, yeah. 22.3, so just what the doctor ordered there, and that isn't done because he hasn't got time to go again. So 4th at best for John as Paul's invalidated his run, so he'll be going again. Has he got time actually?
Where is he on the track?
He's going down the main straight.
No, it's only 55 seconds left. And I think Payzal's in the same situation. He's invalidated his final run.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. We're keeping on it just to see if he paces it around, but even so, we might not have the ERS to do it. If we got on times coming around. AJ Wow's not setting another time as well, so he sat in the garage.
Payzal one's quite big because, I mean, Alpha Tauri only 22 points off of the Constructors lead, and I mean, that's it. That's his final time set.
And his teammate, meanwhile, up in third place. He's down in sector 1 as well. Kizza. Is Spinax on track? He is. He's just started his time. I'll quickly see his delta as he comes across the end of sector 1 to see how he is compared to his provisional time right now. And he's the 10th down, so already not looking promising for Spinax to finish with any kind of improvement in this. Paul's not made the line as well yet. Paul in the box. No pole for Paul. That's him done. Kizza, what can Kizza do as he comes into sector 3? Needs to find some time. And he doesn't. He's still a 10th down, yeah.
I'll keep an eye on Alfie. He's about to cut to sector 2 line. He's not even got any improvement left in him. He's slightly up. Very slightly. Not even a 10th though, so. Oh, Banana jumped up to P5 as well. He must have just got that time.
He's been saying he's not very competent around here, but Chesney's about into P3. Ferrari to the line as well. No improvement there unless they were just starting. That must have been Shocker. Kizza then finds just enough then to hop above Chesney to regain that second spot. Lucas Champion out of nowhere. Race winner yesterday in Tier 3 puts it second in Tier 2. Who else have we got 7th time?
Flatbread will be next to the line, I believe.
Alfie's lagged out. There we go.
I was going to say, yeah, he had a moment of lag on his final corner, and I don't know if that cost him time.
Troy to the line.
Up to the line and
good improvement again.
Yeah.
Right next
like
to.
You say, they always get stuck.
Yeah, literally. They were down in 7th and 8th together. Then they both improved and went 5th and 6th. So good shift from the Alpine boys, doing exactly what they need to for the Constructors. And wow, Spinax with another pole position. I think this is Alfie needing a quick invite sorter. Wow, Spinax pole. Lucas Champion reserving this time for the first time in Tier 2. Puts it P2.
Very narrowly missed that on pole.
Yeah,
wow,
2 milliseconds, yeah. Poole third, championship leader, doing what he needs to do. Kizza just behind him. Very close as well, like all within a 10th there. The 2 Alpines, Chesney and Troy, 5th and 6th. John is 7th, Banana 8th. Alfie 9th. Ali 10th. Flatbread 11th. Shocker 12th. Campanu Reserve 13th. Faisal 14th. Nick Please 15th. And then NXM Manix 16th. And then the rest, no time set behind. I see Alfie's lagged that as well.
It's going for, I think he might have been set to improve. I'm interested to hear what he says. Oh, he only gained half a tenth, but yeah. It's half a tenth that just didn't come through on our end.
And so people talking about Lucas Champion in the chat, but yeah, he did set I mean, what did he get for pole yesterday? Was it a 0.2?
I think he's a tenth or two. Yeah, I think he improved a tenth or two in his time yesterday. So people saying sandbag, I think what just happened is Tier 3 just had some guys that are strong enough to come in and slot into the Tier 2 grid. And it's a case of none of them were absolutely walking away with the races. Yeah. So for the last few races of the season, they were just allowed to continue there.
Yeah. There was literally no point continuing.
Yeah.
Now if he does get back in, but I think he's going to be in the mud.
I don't think you need to change the fuel much here, though. I think you can take a bit out, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's, 1.1, 1.2. Safety cars as well, likely, around here as well, so... The default of 1.5 shouldn't be too bad for Alfie hopping in a bit late. Banana's then calling for Lucas Champion to be Tier 1, but he's just a very impressive time within Tier 2, so... Done enough within Tier 2s. We've got 5 lights. And away we go. Finally getting the graphics on the screen. Do we have any move for the lead? Lucas Champion goes for it. Spinax out wide. Holds on though behind. We'll cut to the back and see if we've got a car round. Nickman please round Alfie round as well as a ghost. 5 second
5
penalty.
second penalty for Manet, yeah.
Who's that with the collision? The
VSC
virtual safety
call.
car, yeah. So a collision between AJ Wow and Manic. Spin from Nick McLeese. Kookaburra would get a 5 second penalty for a position gain.
Legal overtake it's given him, yeah.
Where is he? I mean, he's gained a position from it as well. In fact, he's hopped camper, so I guess that's why he didn't choose to give it back. But I mean, that's painful because he's going to have to serve that.
Alfie, another one with a 5 second penalty for ignoring yellow flag.
And we go again.
Green, running already.
Oh, K1's missed his breaking point. Nearly just completely wipes out Flatbread. We'll quickly flick and see what tyres are looking like as well. So you've got Chesney down on the softs as well, being very aggressive off the line. P5 currently, we've got 3 soft runners. Him, Shax, Faisal. 4 hard runners, or 5 hard runners. Troy's a very split strategy going on at Alpine. 1 on soft, 1 on the hards. Flatbread as well, on the hards as well as Shocker, Kookaburra and Nick McLeese. So Kookaburra obviously choosing to go a bit long. And let's see where that takes him.
John had quite a bit of a moment there in sector 3. I thought he was going to head towards the wall.
Oh, that would not be good. Rebel obviously trying to hunt down the front runners, Alpine, sorry, and see if they can do anything. So that would be exactly what they don't want to do. Alpine doing enough right now as well. As Kizzer actually makes a move on Lucas Champion down into turn 1.
Yeah, I don't know if he had just a great run out the final turn, because I mean, he was easily through by the time they reached the corner.
I mean, I'm looking at it, 1.5 seconds already from Spinax, so he's trying to put on a show for the final race of the season. Had a couple of frustrating races, so clearly just trying to see what he can do in the final race.
Could be Chesney on the... Well, there could be 3 wide here. I don't think Lucas Champion has a lot of straight line speed. As Paul gets through him and Chesney's going to look to move up the inside, but
trying to keep it
too far back.
Yeah, gets 2 moves
then.
No,
yeah, he managed to get through it.
Nice move round from the outside from Chesney. Kept alongside Lucas Champion and zoomed round. Lucas Champion's trying to get back at him, and you think he will. Down the inside of the banked corner, nearly come together, but I think Chesney's going to hang on. Nearly contact between the pair. Yeah, he's ahead for now. Don't think he's going to use any ERS to try and fight that. So yeah, settling in. Oh, cut to Johnny.
Almost. Yeah, about to say Johnny almost right at the back of him.
Very close. Got a yellow flag as well just behind that. Who's gone round?
Yeah, Manic's off. Rejoins the track.
Oh, spin ahead of him.
Round. There's an Aston. Yeah, Shax is round.
Shax obviously raced the last 2 times in Tier 1, so he's given it a go in Tier 2 to see if that's more to his...
Maybe Lucas Champion John as well going to cover us into turn 1, and you'd imagine John's got a good way here, which he does.
It's all just about being patient, you know. You've got the whole straight to make a move. You don't really want to mess around if you don't need to. Is John going to go for a dive bomb?
I think he's going to hold back.
It's Manic Panic's in the wall again. Any damage? Right end plate still there, not sure about the left one, but keep an eye on him. Next lap and see if he comes into the pits. So we got a move as well as Chesney goes past Paul, using those soft tyres to good advantage so far, but you obviously will have to come in a bit earlier. So strategy, well, depends on if we get safety car or not, but it looks like strategy could become quite important here, as it looks like Camper and Kookaburra having a little scrap as we go into the little chicane there. Obviously Kookaburra on the hards compared to Camper and Faisal's just got past both of them actually on the softs.
Kookaburra just about made contact then, trying to hold the inside line, so he's managed to get the position back, but
oof.
Camper
bold move, yeah. Made it stick, so good. Ambitious move there. Saw the opportunity and took it. This Camper then probably got a track limits for cutting that corner just up ahead. Big train operating here. The front 2 have gone. Kiss is trying to keep connection there with Spinax in the lead, but still 1.2 adrift, but 1.9 second gap down to Chesney, and then that's where the train begins.
Yeah, so, that gap's come down slightly, wasn't it? I think it was like at 1.6 at one point.
Yeah,
still it's the case of kids still use 10% or so more ERS.
Yeah. Spinax obviously has shown pace, and he's just been unfortunate in a couple of the races, so we know what he can do. John has used a lot of his ERS as well to try and get past Lucas Champion. Most of his ERS completely depleted, so has not done that to good use. But the train is, look at how deep this train is, because all the way down to K1. anyone's getting at the moment for that final position. Well, I don't want to say final position on the podium because who knows what could happen in the other two as well. Suggesting gained slightly this lap on Kizza, and that gap between the front two has slightly increased as well. So both on the same tyre compound as the front two. So we'll see what they choose to do in terms of strategy.
Paul's really beginning to get to that chasing him, although he's gone out of track limits, so that can probably be a warning.
Big lag spike. I was just about to say big lag spike for Cook, just as he then leaves the session. So I could see that coming when I cut to him and he teleported across the track. So a bit frustrating for Red Bull considering they're in a tighter fight here, and their one of their star drivers is AJ was in the wall. Safety car. He must have lit the throttle up at the end of the chicane. He was already adrift at the back, so frustrating day for him, and it's slightly painful for the mediums, the hard runners, to get such an early safety car. I mean, do the mediums pit? Kiss has got a drive through. Wow.
The last thing he wants.
He's the one that needs.
You wonder if Chesney's going to have to dive in, and if everyone else is still going to box, but we could end up with both Kizza and Chesney right towards the back. Yeah, he's going to have to come in. I think everyone else is going to stay out there.
I think the mediums is a weird one because I think there's enough tyre life on the mediums to probably stay out. I think if you're on the mediums, you stay. I think if you're on obviously on the hards, you stay. I think the softs are the only ones that come in.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So in a way, it's painful for Chesney as well. You're almost going to end up in a situation. Obviously, Kizza's going to have to wait for it to actually get running to serve his drive through. But we're going to have a position with both of those right at the back.
The only thing going from their side is I don't know. I mean, can they get to the odds at the end of the hards? 24 laps on the hards?
They could, but obviously it's come down to like. I mean, Kizza's obviously not going to be able to make a pit stop, it's just a straight drive through.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, even if he doesn't now, he can do a pit stop now, but yeah.
He's coming in.
But I mean, that's a pit stop, isn't it? Because
Yeah, it won't let him serve his actual penalty. And Chesney follows him in. So Paul's going to be up to P2 then.
I'm just doing my spying work.
I'll get the penalty and safety car. Oh, actually, that might be entering the pit lane, to be fair. So as long as people remember their race director, that is one we can have in the plan. We know it's very good here, so.
Cesar in the chat said that the hards probably can get to the end, but they'd be on like 90%, so yeah. It's one of these ones that I think you go on hards and then you just see what happens with safety cars, etc. But yeah, in terms of, I mean, Manik's gone onto the soft, so gone aggressive, but
yeah, there's a few of them going to medium, so you'd imagine, yeah, that a lot of them are just going to go for medium soft to the end.
Yeah, which makes sense, really. I mean, all the guys at the front choosing to stay out there on the mediums. Kiss then in the absolute mud, though, down to 11th currently, and he's got that drive-through to serve. Which is, I mean, he's at this point, he's praying for another safety car because he's going to be so far adrift at the back after serving that. I mean, considering everyone's bunched back up, he's going to be 15 seconds behind.
So the chance for a few of them to remove their 5-second penalties as well. So there's a lot of ignoring yellow flags and illegal overtakes going on in the VSC was called earlier.
Yeah. Right, well, Paul has obviously benefited from that the most in terms of that fight for the front. So now we just got to see what he does in that fight with Spinax, so whether Spinax can run away again. Because Kizza looked like he was somewhat keeping tabs with him. Lucas champion as well, right in that fight. P3 currently, all on the same compound of tyres, the front 6, then Troy on the hards, and then 2 more on the mediums. What's Kizza doing here?
Yeah, someone's in the pit. I wonder if he thinks he can serve his... Either he's going back to mediums for a medium soft, or he thinks he can serve his drive from the safety car, but he can't in the rest of the way.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to have experience some slight head loss.
He's going to Inter.
Oh, has he just lost his head then? Or maybe he forgot to change his tyres. Oh no!
But it's going to get even worse for him because the safety car will now be in this lap, so he's then going to have to... He's going to try box off of the Inters if he's actually going to put them on. He's going to serve his drive first, and then he's going to have to do another lap on the Inters and then go.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if he's just experienced.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping he doesn't plough into someone and just commit murder. That's paying it, yeah. You'd imagine now, well, without a safety car, that's because they're completely in the bin, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, well, worth saying as well that John has made it up to P4. We'll quickly have a look at ups and downs from that start. Kids are obviously the big loser, down 14, and then will be down 15 once he serves his drive-through. Whether he stays in the race, I mean, hopefully he does, and sees the final race out.
Car in this lap, especially because Alpha Tauri, they're still somewhat in the constructors fight. But with that said, I mean, with the drive, with the penalty, and obviously because with the drive-through, certainly
Very difficult for them,
yeah.
Lucas Champion down 1. Spinax staying where he did up front, untouchable so far. Ali up 4. Jono and Banana up 3. K1's up 9 positions as well. Currently sat in P8, so in his home race, open for something good. Hope he's come with some different setups as well, and he can cook in the final 22 laps of this race. I saw some slight. Oh, Spinax has gone very early then. I was going to say, when does he go? We saw a couple of slight mistakes with restarts yesterday in Tier 3, but Spinax goes early and does it perfectly. Catching pools somewhat napping, but the gap's still only 3/10. Yes, as I said, Banana caught napping, but to be fair, it's not too bad. It's still within the train, so I don't think he's really lost too much in that fight.
Troy's managed to get moved on Ali as Killer Darius into the pits to serve his drive here.
I wonder if Ali had a big snap coming out the corner, because he was on the outside line there.
I think
coming down.
Makes slight contact there as K1 gets through as well.
Oh, Jono's lagged out again. This man's got McDonald's wife for the last couple of weeks. And he's going to heavily lose out in that fight for the win, or whichever. And Red Bull really in the mud there. Both their drivers suffering internet issues. As we've got a yellow flag towards the back. Who's gone round there? Chesney's been spun. Chesney was ghosted, yes, so Chesney's gone round. And Shax is going to pick up a position there, trying to go around the outside of him. Tucks it around the inside, but yeah. Another position lost from Chesney, down 11, so I don't know what's happened there, but Chesney in the wars, down 10 positions there, down to 15. Bold move from Kookaburra, so dives down the inside of K1. Oh, and he spins him!
Spun him!
Oh,
yeah, and K1's off into the wall as well. It's all just playing into the hands of Paul at the moment. He's still up in P2.
Like, even though that was probably K1's fault, it's Kookaburra that I don't know if he resets track, but he didn't really have any impacts from that, really. Straight back to it, and he's still with the pack, so Shax is going for a move down at turn 1 on Chesney.
It's same with Alpha managed to go around the outside of Shocker now. There's quite a few moves going on into turn 1. It's not really a place you'd expect to see many over here.
Yeah. Maybe that's why. Maybe people are just trying to catch someone off. Oof, Shocker nearly goes into the back there. I don't know. Have you sent an invite to John? I don't know if you can drop John.
I've asked him to reset.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, John dropping. He was P4 at the start of this safety car restart, and he now looks like he's going to be sat 12th, so very painful for John. Once again, having to make the places up following a desync.
Shocker has a bit of a moment trying to get the inside of Flatbread into the chicane and can't hold it.
Front pack still keeping tabs with Spinax, which is promising. Flick down. Action happening back here with Nick Please, Manic and Kookaburra. As Kookaburra looks to make up that lost time. Up on Manic. Ooh, nearly contact between Nick Please and Manic. Nice racing there between the three of those guys. So Kizza's 38 seconds off the back of the pack, which is incredibly painful. I feel like someone else is going to lag out soon. That little lag spike struck me as a Red Bull lag issue that's about to occur.
Oh, Manic panics his round, so I think he's coming together with Nick Please into, I think that's not much corner.
He's fully off, yeah.
Tries to get going again. Painful for him, so obviously he's got the soft tyres and wanting to get a few overtakes done quickly, but that's it now. He's sort of 8 seconds off the back of the pack.
Good move from Flatbread, getting past Camper, but again, Camper's going to be within, I mean, it's a DRS train at this point between all the cards on screen. Big train. From Troy again. Troy at the heart of this this DRS train. He's got Ali sniffing around behind him. Oof. After going for a gap that doesn't really exist. Ali makes that move stick. Very nose to tail action there. Big drop off though from the front four down to Ali.
That's Camper and Faisal make contact in the exit of the chicane as Chesney just finished getting his move done on Faisal as well.
Fighting for that last point as well, yeah. As Ali then
a couple of positions as well.
Yeah, gets dumped on by Alfie as well, yeah. As Camper then loses the position, or fighting with Shocker for 11th there. 4 seconds that guy. Oh, and Alfie's around. Alfie's been tagged. I don't know if that was flatbread, but Alfie's fully spun down to 16th. Look at the effect of that DRS train. He's gone from 7th, 6th, 7th, all the way down and lost 10 positions there. Extremely bad. He's picked up it. Off the, I mean, very early off the mediums. I wonder if
it's, like you say, it's just, considering we didn't have a safety car that long ago, it's a very early stop. He's going for a 2-stop, it's going on another threat medium.
I mean, fair play. It's bold call. You're literally preying on there being another safety car at this point, which is slightly bold after he lagged out. I wonder if that's just him leaving or whether that's an internet issue.
Into the hairpin as well. Paul's tipped the lead of the race, and he's also got the RS. We assume going into the sprint, he'll actually really get moved up. If anything, if Lucas champion going to go slight left right. I think he's going to get up to second here, yeah.
He does, yeah, catches a bit of the curb on the inside. Let's see, Kiz is still keeping in the race as well. No, not can happen. Obviously, Banana's hoping for another safety car, so a couple of drivers hoping for some action later on in this stint. And Spinax then, I don't know if he's going to make this move stick on Lucas Champion. He might be down.
He's too far back, isn't he, for when it comes around here?
He's trying around the outside, a very bold move. Contact between the pair. And he's slightly squeezed Lucas Champion. And then through he goes. I mean, he's slightly turned on Lucas Champion there, so I don't know if that's something that will get reported after the race. Very aggressive from Spinax to try and hang it around the outside there, going into sector 3. But the gap's still 4.3, so it's now a front 3 now that Banana's now down in 16th following his pit stop to a fresh set of mediums.
It's at least the Alpines for them, they're running 4th and 5th, so this puts them in a very strong position to be able to construct. Obviously, Paul's looking very solid from drivers.
Yeah. Obviously, his closest challengers all encountered some kind of issues, really, so sitting pretty at the top.
Damage because he's into the pits already off of the hard set. He would have only put on at the safety car. So.
Yeah, Cesar has just said that Shaxam and Nickman Please did have contact in the turn 6 and 7 chicane, so that may have been why, as to reason why he shot.
Oh no, sorry, yeah, there was front wheel change.
So he must have clipped the wall there. Still very close between the front 3, 4 seconds down to the 2 Alpines. Alpines doing exactly what they need to and more, really. 4th and 5th doing a solid job for their championship hopes and looking like they'll then see that across the line. Faisal doing a very solid job with Tauri though. Oh, we've got flatbread in a wall somewhere.
Flatbread's out. It's a safety car as well. I don't know how that's happened. That seems just to be along the second DRS straight.
Yeah, look, he's just dead. Oh, okay.
I think surely they must have been in contact with someone. They're just trying to get the DRS move done, put in the wall.
I think surely, yeah, someone squeezed him on the inside. Oh, he squeezed someone in the inside and he just flicked into the wall and lost his tyre.
So everyone then who's not boxed, you'd imagine is surely going to dive in. I think this is just a you go slip on hard and.
I mean, what does Banana do? This is beautiful for Kizza though, back in the race.
Chesney stays out.
Oh no.
Interesting. You'd imagine if he had balanced tyre allocation, you'd stick on mediums, knowing that that would be better than the hards at the end. But I suppose if he's not, you've used your mediums, you've used the hards, so he's taking a position where it's not worth boxing for softs, really. Yeah.
Oh, so Banana chooses
out on mediums as well.
Yeah, Banana choosing to stay on his new mediums that he just came in the pits for, flying up the order.
There's a wing change for Addy as well. I don't know who he's made contact with.
That's apparently that's what Flatbread's in the chat. He's had another weird crash on the straight with Ali, so that's where that contact's come from, and the damage needing to be replaced from Ali's side.
Kizza gets time.
Oh, a couple of penalties coming in. Yeah.
Oh, I wonder. Yeah, that's into the pit lane though, isn't it, for Kizza?
So we can get that removed if needs be.
So, yeah, as long as they bring race direction. As you know, it's not the same for Shaq. Shaq stayed out.
So Shax has just got a warning then, yeah.
Yeah.
3 stops for Kish at the back, including a little visit to the Inters. 2 for Kookaburra, all the rest on 1 stops apart from the Manic and Shax at the back. Everyone now mediums or hards towards the end. But I look at the likes of Faisal and Nickman, please, and I mean, even Alfie. I mean, Alfie's ghosted, so I'll quickly drop him another invite and hopefully he can hop in. But that's incredible. You wouldn't think that they'd be able to see the end on those tyres. I might be wrong in that, but
Safety cars in this lap.
is there anyone yet to
There's a lot of them yet to catch it, including Kizza. Kizza's far, far back.
Oh, Kiz is not catching this at all. He's still in sector 1. No, sector 2, sorry. He's literally coming through that turn 6 and 7 chicane now. Oh yeah, he's
Jackson's
finished.
out of the race as well. I don't know. He must have retired on track.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see it. Yeah, I'll have to watch that back. We'll have to see it for the records. Yeah, because I was sending an invite off to Alfie, so I've missed that.
Manic's also got 3 seconds as they're trying to catch the pack. Chesney leaves it quite late then. He's going to go out and find a corner, but he's not managed to get all the DRS back either.
Look at Kizra at the back. That's so painful. Alfie's in the pits. I wonder if that's his ghost or whether that's him. That's his ghost. His ghost is pitted in on the restart. Oh no. Close racing through turn 3 here between Paul, Nickman Please and Spinix. Contact between the two of them. Nickman Please gets shoved out by Spinix. He's been very aggressive with the Mercs. He's made contact with both of them so far.
Paul just knows a bit going wrong with Kizzy. He just needs to keep that car safe.
Yeah, actually. I mean, Chesney's doing everything he needs to win the title. If he keeps that win, phase out.
Yeah. Side by side, yeah, at the inside into the chicane, and he's going to make the move to it.
Phase out had a very good race. Obviously pitted for those mediums. He was cutting through the field, doing his business very quietly. Only problem is he does have that penalty hanging over his name though, so...
Yeah, he's definitely got to pit again at some point as well.
Yeah, same with Nickman Please. You'd imagine both those on the mediums definitely pitting.
Oh, kids, it's phase out round even.
Just as he goes into
he's been there on the left-hander.
Hopefully no damage from him. I mean, he's all the way at the back now. Back with his teammate. I mean, I say back with his teammate, but the gap to Kisser is still massive. Kisser's really been shafted by that safety car restart. I don't know why it came in so early. It's not like we're at a stage of the race where... Oh, and I cut this contact between the two Mercedes drivers. And Troy with Jono as well, so a bit of a dogfight going in the mid-pack here.
I suppose most of the Mercedes drivers are reserved, so really, you know, it's one of those, yeah, you want to score good points for the team, but at the same time it's that...
They don't care at all, yeah.
Almost no teamwork of each other.
Oh, and there's contact with the two Red Bulls. All domino effect that I saw, then Troy had to get on the brakes. Then John hit the back of him, and then Kookaburra got caught out from the 2 brake, and then he's gone round. So Kookaburra didn't lose too much out. He got straightened. I think it was Shocker that probably lost out the most from all that. Back through the order though. Troy's ahead of one of the Mercedes, trying to get past the other one.
Oh, Chesney's round. He's coming together with Swinix in the chicane. It's only really a hassle. He can get it going relatively quickly. But
he's still massively
positions. Yeah, and he's going to lose a lot more. There's a whole load of cars going through much quicker than him instead. Down to 11th then.
Bananas just eating up these 3 positions. Currently up to P3, 4 laps on these medium tyres compared to the hards around him. So I wonder if he's going to have to pit again. 14 laps. I mean, these mediums, you probably can get the end of these mediums, but they're going to be crying to him at the end of this race. 18 laps stint on mediums around here. Less than ideal. Spinax, I mean, I think a couple of tickets are going to be coming Spinax's way. It looks like he's barged a couple of people out his way to try and get back in the scrap for the win.
I think the Chesney one, though, it seems like they tried to hold it in the second part of the chicane, almost took him much further than
That's fair enough.
I would probably have to see it back after. But...
Two tenths then separating Spinax and Paul. Further 2 tenths back to behind.
DRS then.
Bananas, I don't know if Bananas going to go for a move. He does. Big Danny Rick style move down at the hairpin. Down the chicane. Spinax, I thought he was going to clip his.
They cut Spinax. He was flashing his DRS. He didn't use the proper usage of DRS there. If he did, I don't know if not anything would have happened from it.
Maybe he was trying to hold it into P2 and just stay there, and it hasn't benefited him because Bananas zoomed past him and he's come back to Lucas Champion. He wants some revenge after their little contact earlier.
Lucas Champion's doing really well earlier of holding off on his DRS battery usage, but on this safety car restart, he's already down to 11%.
Yeah, he's gunned it, hasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just got stuck into it. I mean, even Banana as well, down on 19. Poole doing very well up front with his usage of his energy available to him. Troy short as well, same with Jono. Cabrera doing decent, but he has slightly lost track.
Oh, look how pleased is that.
Is that going to be another safety car? It is another safety car. How is he? He's in the wall over. How is he in the wall over there? Yeah, I think we were saying to Kookaburra, obviously we talk a little bit to him, that I don't think there was ever going to be a chance that you do like a simple one stop in tier 2. There's just it's always something that happens. You've always got that chance of a crash and just a bit of chaos.
Although Poole's still comfortably in the lead, it's just the type of things for him you just don't want to see. Well, I say comfortably in the lead, obviously, you know, he had the following cars behind him, but it's one that he's just comfortably going to be set to win the drivers. So things like this,
don't have to worry about these things. Yeah, because it just draws more people in. It just allows for more mistakes, more people fighting for it because you've got the pack still together.
Gives Chesney a chance as well. You'd assume to get rid of these hards because obviously after a spin he's already down to 11th. So.
Oh yeah, and 11 laps on this hard.
They keep hold of these hards. Yeah.
I mean, at this stage, I wonder if anyone gambles the softs.
I think softs will be fine to the end from now.
That's what I mean. You've got a bit of safety car running as well. 12 laps to go, so you could go the softs. But I wonder if the mediums probably are the better tyre from now. If anyone's still got a set of fresh mediums to spare. But I'm interested to see if we do see anyone chuck the softs on. I mean, we'll see, because I imagine. Well, did it come in? That's the question. I mean, Poole might be in one of these positions where he has to stay out because he wants to track position. But everyone behind him might pit. 4 laps on the hards, you can...
We're in a position as well. Like, a lot of them have used their mediums and hards up. So if they've gone softer tyre allocation, soft is the only option they've got. Banana's the first one in, and not many have followed him so far.
Yeah, a couple dribbling in behind him.
And yeah, Banana's gone soft.
Kids are then back in it, more importantly, only 5 laps on the hards. Shocker's got a drive through. Where's Shocker? I mean, he's down in 14th, so that's a bit painful for him. That looks like his race is done and dusted. Lap 17, 12 laps to go. And with the drive through, so very painful for Shocker. Alfie's still not back in. I'll add him in the chat.
Mediums for a couple then, so K1 and Camper have gone for mediums, so Chesney and Banana go for soft.
But it's so painful when you're so deep into racing you get a drive through. A couple of 3 seconds still floating around. 6 drivers currently with 3 seconds. A couple of motion there happening with Ali and racing. These guys decided to just have a little race. Costello loving the ads I see as well. paying my bills. Oh, that reminds me as well. I need to subscribe to the HOR Twitch. If anyone else wants to, feel free.
You should just make the finale a subscriber only stream.
Yeah, if you want to watch it, guys, you got to pay. I wonder what happens here with the front. Like Lucas Champion doing a great job in his first race, reserving him tier 2 just to stay in the mix near the front.
So safety cars at least decide to wait for everyone. So there's this usual thing where a safety car will only do 3 laps, but I could have sworn we were nowhere near 3 laps last time. It's going very slowly. It's just 5 seconds. And same with Ali, both 5 seconds to run with.
They were already mixing positions earlier on in the thing. I mean, the only benefit, it doesn't look like they'll have to pit again, so that should be, I mean, that could be removed at the end of the race. Troy gets a yellow flag for avoiding it.
Yeah.
Shocker services drive through straight away then. But Poole gets the restart done as best as he can. 2 Red Bulls already slightly detached from the front pack. We've got a spinner towards the back, I think. Is that Ali?
Yeah, I think Ali's gone off.
He's off track again. The same thing that happened earlier on in the race. So I don't know if he keeps having moments or collisions as they go through turn 3. But yeah, it's happened again.
Vinak's going to get moved on into the chicane then as he gets through Paul's, well, it's done miles before the chicane.
Yeah, Vinak's actually...
Paul just backs out.
Yeah. I think Paul probably saw that coming and thought he wouldn't. Maybe he's thinking about the championship there. And he decided to back out and not risk, getting T-boned as they go through the little chicane.
Well, Vinak has really drained the DRS in this restart.
Yeah, Paul's hardly touched it. So I wonder if he's seeing any long game in this and he's decided to stay in the mix and try and get the win in the final race.
Seeing all of this then, it's still looking okay for Alpine then.
Alpine, yeah, I mean, just with Troy and P4, that should be enough really to kind of tick them along a bit more. Red Bull though having a solid race, P5 and 7. Jono has got a pen looming above his name though, so... But Red Bull doing putting a decent shift in their efforts to try and see what they can do for the Constructors. But the gap was just too big really, in terms of what they need to do to surpass Alpine as well. I mean, Jono gets a move done on Troy, so, I mean, it's never over till it's over. Through he goes, and we've got a bit of a big scrap happening, 3 wide as they go down the straight. Banana, Troy and Kookaburra.
Second as well, getting through Vinak, so his draining of the ERS hasn't worked.
Hey, he's lost 2 positions after all that then. Vinak's just lacking that, maybe, contact between Troy and Jono. Troy get on the throttle a little bit too early. Vinak's choosing not to use any of his battery on that straight there. Paul is sitting very comfortable in terms of ERS when comparing to all of the cars behind him really. Everyone on much less compared to him. So it looks like we've got a very, very good scrap opening up for not just the win but for the podium as well. Because this DRS trying again.
K1 trying to go side by side into sector 3 and they both end up in the walls. But
no.
I'm surprised. I mean, the way how they went into it, I really could have took one of them out.
Yellow flag. DRS enabled as well then.
Lan's in a really good position here. He's surely going to get moved on Vinak, probably into a hairpin if he wants to go for it. Yeah, he's using some ERS.
All of it, yeah.
To the inside.
Pressure ties mean you can break a bit later. Yeah, through he goes. Past Vinak's, but no ERS then to be able to then push upwards. So flashing with 8 laps left.
Yeah, the others have saved plenty, but obviously he's got such a huge tyre advantage over them.
It's interesting to see what happens with these softs though. Oh, as Jono goes for
Lucas champion.
Oh, and
that's
then
a shame for Lucas champion.
And I was going to say then he made contact with Banana as well. Oh no. Curveball throwing the championship fight. Chesney, Chesney nearly spins Paul. Taps his back wheel. Doesn't spin though, so somehow survives. Lucas champion back into the lead amongst all that though. Ooh, and Chesney then nearly spins Paul, sends him sideways. Big dive bomb move from Chesney, but I don't know what he was trying there. So Paul then P3.
He needs to keep it safe and make sure he doesn't get himself a penalty trying to get this move done.
I mean, if I was Paul, I would almost let these people go and just risk not dying. We've got Ferrari spinning. It's manic again. Just pulled up now, letting his teammate go through. This fight for the lead though, I mean this is getting silly now. It's so close between several cars at the front. Banana's still in the mix then for the win on these softs. Stays behind Lucas champion as they go through the hairpin.
Lucas champion, that moment didn't cost him the entire race though.
Yeah,
that's such a strong race coming up and he's going to get overtaken here for the lead in the DRS easily. But not
and Paul.
Paul's going to go. Oh no, Paul's back out.
Oh, contact again.
Oh, I say that, but yeah, being brought out.
Again, domino effect. Cars behind trying to avoid. What's this? The Alpha something. So Banana then back in the lead. 5 tenths gap. I mean, he's pulling away a little bit just through this pure traction that he can get. Up to 7/10 there. just from the traction, the drive that he can lay down on these soft tyres compared to these 9-lap-old hards. I mean, Chesney's looking very good for a P2 as well. Paul gets a 3 second.
3 seconds.
Chesney needs to be careful there.
Yeah.
Chesney's getting way too aggressive on. I know he's obviously feels like he's quicker, but the moves he's trying is going to put both of them out of this race at this point. But they've already made several points of contact. That's been lucky not to send Paul round. Be interesting because we always say going into the final race, how much is going to get reported and stuff. So it'd be interesting to see just how many people do feel like they chuck a report in and gain a position.
Yeah, it's one of these with both championships on the line, you know. You would imagine people are still going to want the final positions and get the reports, but we'll see.
There's people in the chat asking who's going to win the title as things stand. So yeah, considering Kurbold isn't here, it will be Paul. He's 16 points ahead of Kurbold as well going into this race. 21 points clear of Kizza, 25 clear of Chesney and Kukfura. So Paul just doing enough, being in a decent point scoring position. All depends on Chesney there. If Chesney could win, I mean, outside chance for Chesney.
Banana's completely gone at the moment.
Yeah.
All this battling and him struggling to get through, Banana's just going to keep gapping him lap by lap. And that moment, I mean, as it stands, Paul can, you know,
do whatever he wants to
finish this race. Yeah.
I mean, he's checked out, hasn't he? 2 seconds up the road for Banana. He was literally telling me before this race that his pace around him.
So it gets even worse.
I wonder if he's just going to pull it into the pit.
You were saying he wasn't expecting much, weren't you? But he looked set to win it comfortably.
Yeah, he literally said he was wash around here, so big turn in the tables for Banana. Is that Kizza going to be done? He's in the pits from P12. Is that going to be his title officially done? Yeah, Kizza officially not your season 6 champion. It's painful for him. Onwards and upwards for next season. That gap of 2.5 seconds there, so yeah, Banana's checked out. Even if Paul gets past Lucas Champion, that 3-second penalty is going to drag him back. And he could lose 3 positions there. Lucas Champion, Chesney and Spinax.
Paul is going to get through. It's just working perfectly for Paul this time. I mean, in a way, the more and more he just holds him back from Banana, the better and better it gets for him. It's not about him winning this race. He knows he's going to get the championship out.
Yeah, literally. He's doing everything he needs to do. I mean, and more really, because he's having a decent stick at it with his own finishing position. But like you said, it doesn't really necessarily refer to him. Lucas Champion though, holding on for a podium position. Oh, it goes for a move actually. Jono getting very aggressive.
Oh, Chesney's tried to send it and he's gone round. Again, he's gone for
contact again. Both Alpines round. Troy did the exact same thing at the next one. Both Alpines round. I mean, oh my god, this is massive then.
Handed Red Bull the title.
I was just about to say that. 1 point then. Going to Alpine. And let me bring this up then. So what was the gap?
They had a 10-point gap at the start of the day to Red Bull. So it all comes down to the penalties.
It literally, yes, 10 points. So both Red Bulls, that's one thing to bear in mind then. Both Red Bulls are sat there with time penalties to their name. So take away penalties, Red Bull are going to leapfrog Alpine and be your champions. But they have the penalties. So we'll have to see. I mean, I'll quickly go to the gap to the lead and see.
It's going to be very interesting though if any of these being picked up going into the pit lane, and if so, can they come off?
At the moment,
things like this, it's one of these, especially with Abu Dhabi with the pit lane being broken. But I think they're going to drop too far back.
Contact between Camper and Faisal as well for that 7th position. It's just Chesney was way too aggressive. I mean, I don't know if the move was his, but from several things you just saw, he's making unnecessary dives just to try and be really aggressive on those soft tyres, and it's come back to bite him. I don't think he needed to necessarily do that. I know he's fighting for that, but I mean, well, constructors wise, they had everything they needed to do. Position wise, they were both well within the points. We should never really try moves through sector 3, and both of them tried to.
Yeah, it's one of those, even if they're not directly at fault, it's just they put their car in a dangerous spot when there's absolutely no need. Because they know, I mean, like we've been saying, Bananas, I mean, what, it's 3.3 seconds at the road from Paul already.
4 seconds up the road then from the closest challenger.
Soft tyres, yeah. So it's they know the driver's out of reach at this point.
Yeah. chimps in the chat saying we love to see the Alpine failure. Extremely painful for Troy and Jack, considering they're well within that fight, and it looks like they're just going to bring 1 point home. Camper having a solid race in P7 as well. It's his first race reserving P7. But I say P7, he's going to get Kookaburra anyway with the penalties.
Yeah, Kookaburra just needs to keep it clean where he is, and that's
you
nasty
say that.
We put him in the
wall.
Put in the wall, and he's took wind on him.
Safety car.
Safety car. That could change everything with them having penalty sets come their way. I mean, that's the last thing they needed to cause.
I was going to say that is, if anything, Kookaburra has just cost them, the constructors. More contact between the pair. I wonder if Kookaburra's fuming at the guy. But literally, that's... I mean, yeah, I think that's literally cost Red Bull the title. Because both of them literally have the penalties that are going to drop them. I mean, it's going to be, what, 2 laps of racing?
Lucas Champion's going to stay out. That is very risky. You'd imagine a lot of people go into the box, but suppose we'll see. Not many, to be honest.
I think at this stage, though,
it seems to be the risk
go
on
for
Banana and Paul than they took.
I'd come in. You're going to be so much faster. Like, they're on 14 lap old hards. They're going to be sitting ducks to the people on soft, surely. I mean, one good thing for Kookaburra is getting rid of his 5-second penalty. So is he going to be penaltyless? Just looking at Kookaburra. I mean, John is still...
No, he had 8 seconds, so he'll get 3 seconds given. And obviously, if that ends up in the steward, it'd be interesting to see what happens from that.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, it looked like his fault, which is painful. A couple of things. I mean, I expect the stewards to be quite busy, actually, for the final day of the season with Tier 2, because several things that could have ramifications for the title. Troy then on the softs as well, behind Kookaburra. And then you've got Chesney. He's got 9-lap-old softs on, but he's in a good position, so... It's a weird one because he's on the softs, but then 9-lap-old unit, they're coming to the end of their life cycle, so I think he's probably chosen the right decision to stay out and stick. I mean, safety car is in. Safety cars are in. Are they going to even catch up? I think they're just going to be able to, aren't they?
But I suppose you're Lucas Champion, you're almost going to want to send this as soon as possible.
Yeah,
Problem is, he's got to make sure that the safety car has gone into the pits fully.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the gap then to Kookaburra and Troy. I mean, look how far back they are. They're literally on the opposite straight. Shocker with a 5-second penalty.
But again, that can come off if it's something dodgy.
Camper's just getting terrorised.
It's the AI of Alfie slowing them all down.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're all just going to overtake it. That's just fair enough at that point.
Yeah, I mean, that'll come off. Just drive through him,
yeah.
It's a pain, because yeah, even if they get 5 seconds, we can have a look and then get those removed. So lots of stuff getting rejiggled towards the final line. I mean, they haven't even got penalties by the looks of it. Lucas Champion then goes. Times it well.
Jono's lagged out, just to add to it.
We've got someone in the wall as well. Faisal's in the wall. Jono's lagged out. Oh yeah, Jono's fully in the mud then. So this has literally cost Red Bull even more. Somehow Alpine have survived. You could not write it. The last lap. And then he lags out. Spinax gets a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags.
That would be for Jono lagging out though, so.
Or for the Faisal spin, I'm not sure which one. But Lucas Champion got blessed by that. It looks like he's going to win Tier 2 as well. What an effort. I mean, that's one that I say he looks like he's going to win, but I'm interested to see just how... Yeah, I was going to say, I want to be seeing just how quickly these softs can pick up these hards. Banana should have Spinax immediately now. I mean, he can break. He's going to be able to break so much later. Flying around the outside here, surely he can just absolutely send it. Oh, you don't want the contact. Why is Spinax squeezing him so aggressively? He needs to realise this is not his fight. Banana, yeah, down the inside. Oh, Spinax trying to hold it around the outside. Never going to work.
Shoving each other off there. But in all of this, I mean, he's already caught up.
It's like pulling the wall. Pulls in the wall. Pulls in the wall.
As well.
Yeah. Squeeze, pull. Pull tried to go around the outside. Got squeezed.
No, Paul's trying.
They make contact. It was the two of them that. Wait, is Spinax fully? Has he got no wing? Yeah, he's lost his wing. It was hit contact with him and Paul that put him in the wall. K1 up to third as well. Spinax, yeah, retiring in the pits.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cesar not happy with Spinax. Banana makes the move to stick on Lucas Champion down at the hairpin. Yeah, Kizza's talking about the driving standards. Yeah, some people, I don't understand why Spinax was fighting that so hard when he's literally on 15 lap old hard tyres. There's just absolutely no need. In amongst this though, K1's trying to get feisty for the lead. Out of nowhere, K1's just appeared, trying to get a home win, but he has got the penalty as well. Slight contact with Lucas Champion, but looks like Banana is gone. Traction moment for Lucas Champion as well, that sees Poole go past him. Wow, what a crazy last couple of laps in this race.
It's really, I mean, it turned out to be the Constructors title fight that's really made this race tight. I suppose it's always going to be the case, you know, drivers, everyone was just waiting to see if Poole was going to have a disaster, and it's just not going to happen. Even with all this chaos going on, he's going to bring it on up there. Someone else is in the wall, I think Chopper's maybe on the wall. Lucas Champion's up as well.
Oh, has he put Lucas Champion in the wall? He's got a 3-second penalty right towards the end as well. But Banana wins the final race of the season. Brilliant comeback drive for him. K1 moves up to second. Troy in the end somehow gets P3 in the Alpine. Poole gets P4 and he is your champion for this season. Poole gets it across the line, world champion. Tier 2, season 6. Kookaburra P5. Not enough, I don't think, for Red Bull to kind of have any kind of effort. I mean, Jono lagged that, finished thing outside the points as well, so. Chesney as well, I forgot just to even look at him, but he was P5 on that restart on those older soft tyres and he got swamped down to P10 then, still scoring a point. Lucas Champion after all that with P9, which is extremely painful to see, and I mean, we'll see if anything happens Stewart-wise to move him up. But I'm imagining several penalties to come flying in after all that. So another race that would probably go down to the Stewart's room, which is unfortunate, but that's just life in Tier 2.
I can't imagine it would have any knock-on impact in the championship, so they seem to be too far apart. I mean, obviously Poole's one of the drivers who add on to him.
Yeah.
I think Alpine would look to be guaranteed Constructors as well.
It was one of these weird ones. It looked like it was running away from them. And then with all that chaos, they've managed to benefit, and it's those ones that have benefited from it and actually come out on top. It was that safety car caused by Kookaburra that brought Alpine back into it.
Yeah, it's what we said at the time. It was the last thing he needs to do was stick it in there, and he just went for it. And I mean, it's now costing the Constructors realistically.
It was ages since we've seen an Alpine on the podium, but yeah, there's your race winner, Banana. Fastest lap as well, so big points will come in McLaren's way for the final day of the season. K1 P2 in his home race, great comeback drive. It almost appeared out of nowhere, and he had a quali ban worth bearing in mind. That, so great comeback drive from K1. Troy once again on the podium for Alpine, doing what he needs to do for the Constructors to bring that across the line. Poole, as said, qualified P3, P4 in the race, and he is your, unless anything drastic changes, he will be your champion as well in Tier 2 for this season. Kookaburra, another good race for Red Bull as well, P5. Shocker once again doing impressive in a reserve return to the grid as well, P6. Ali P7, reserve camper P8. Lucas Champion unfortunately 9th in the end, so we'll see if he moves up with penalties. And then Chesney your last point score as well, after staying out on those softs towards the end. Wow. On to Tier 1 next, where more titles left to decide as well. A busy day in terms of who to fight, who's winning, who's losing. Goes from Poole and Alpine to what can the Alpha Tauri boys do in Tier 1?
Yeah, it's 3 of them to compete for that one, isn't it? So it'd be Vizalb or F1 and Herpex. Herpex needing a bit of a miracle.
Yeah, realistically, it's the same situation really with Poole in Tier 2. Can Vizalb just cling on to his lead and come out on top? So if you're interested in watching that, we'll be live very shortly for that, 8 o'clock, half an hour in case you're not UK. And then thank you for watching Tier 2. We'll be back next season on the new game, so stick with us. In a couple of weeks we'll be back. Hopefully the game is in some decent shape that it's actually capable of league racing. And if you're interested, you can always join the league as well for sign-ups. They'll be out shortly when the new game releases. And yeah, if you're interested in watching Tier 1, move over, and if not, we'll see you next season.